On the Ray Bork Arena for this opening game of this tournament between the Kahnawake U-18 Mohawks taking on the St-Laurent Warriors. Mohawks in orange with white trim playing left to right, and the Warriors in black with orange and red trim. Here's a quick shot that comes on Zachary Nguyen. That stopped and kept alive by Ronan Daibo. He hammers this one around the boards. Stop back behind the goal. Lazar sends one in front. That hits the back of the net, comes back to the point. Daibo holds it in. Puck deflects. And that'll be intercepted nicely by Dehainer Deer, number 4 in orange. And that one will get out. Justin Dore back over for Rafael Ohayon. And Deer comes back into the fray to intercept the pass. We do have those sneaky little pillars in the way, which might obstruct some views, especially down in the corners. We'll try to make our way across. As here's a shot by Arthur Levine, which is blocked. Collision behind the net. George Jacobs there to intercept. And Jacobs sends one up the wing. And back comes Cross. He comes in, goes between the legs. Out in front, and that centering feed just missed the intended target. Deer drops it back for Jacobs, and Todd Jacobs gets it further along. Back in front, there goes a stick flying. That's one of the Warriors. And the pass fails to connect, and the Mohawks are forced to retreat, and that'll be sent in by Matthew Stacy, but the Warriors scoop it up, and the Mohawks are not able to get it deep. Shot back in by St-Laurent around the horn. 8 minutes left to go here in the first period. So I believe they're going to do this 10, 10, and then 12 in the third stanza. And away come the Mohawks. Cutting in. But there it is, Montour has a look. His shot deflects, and it'll carry him back out to center ice. And away come the Warriors. One man back, that's Stacy, and he does a good job forcing the play outside. And that'll be frozen by Chaz Norton. Giving a shout out to the U15B Mohawks who won today 1-0. Daly Lazar scoring with 10 seconds left in regulation to give the Mohawks the win. Face off to the right of Norton, corralled by St-Laurent. Mateo Russo in there for the Warriors. And Norterdis Montour has it knocked back out to center ice. Chipped in, and that's going to go far enough, and we'll have an icing and a face-off coming up back inside the Mohawks zone. Don't forget, coming up this Tuesday at 4 o'clock, Kahnawake Survival School Juvenile Boys Basketball featuring 5 players on the ice. For the Mohawks will take on Centennial Academy, coached by the very interesting character by the name of Brandon Bordeaux. Feed out in front. Here's a wrister. Oh, and the man was wide open on the tip of the crease. They just couldn't convert. Back behind the goal. Bowen Deer and Roderdis Montour after the puck. Wesley Morris holds the zone, but the puck caromed out the second try, and now it comes out to center ice. Montour back in his own end, getting around Heat, banking one off of a St-Laurent stick, so it stays as no icing. As the Warriors come back, George Jacobs coming up 2-on-1. Tuax trying to get back into the play, and a wrist shot doesn't hit the target. Radar tracker a little off. Tuax. And Jacobs picks it up, and George Jacobs whips one around the boards. Puck got out, and that hits a St-Laurent player's skate and will get out. 5:56 remaining in the first. If the Mohawks win this game, I believe they play Wednesday night. And That's when things are going to get really interesting, as that'll be the quarterfinals and it'll be single elimination all the way through. So this is basically the placement game for both of these teams. You can lose tonight, but you can't lose the rest of the way. Riley Tuax fishes this one out. Try to hit Lazar. Lazar, Tuax, and Snow the line for the Mohawks. And away comes Arthur Levine. Levine tripped up, and there's going to be a penalty on the Mohawks, and that'll be a trip. Face-off coming up to the right of the Mohawk zone. No goal, no score. First power play of the game, and it goes to the Warriors. And the Mohawks pick it up, and Matthew Stacey sends this one back on goal, and it forces Zachary Nguyen to make the stop. Matthew Reyes. Reyes skips one over to he, and away come the Warriors across center ice, and they shoot it into Kahnawake territory. Stacey in to get it. Puck comes back to the point. Reyes looking for O'Hayan. Puck behind the Kahnawake goal. Wraparound try stuffed out by Norton. And a second try, George Jacobs, the first one on the loose puck. He gets it to the point, but not out. A second try knocked in, and the Warriors have an opportunity, but it rolls wide of Norton. Chaz goes back in his net. Oh, one of the Mohawks lost their skate blade. Oh, no. One of the Mohawks lost their skate blade. And when that happens, you're basically paralyzed. And the Mohawks clear it out. What? 74 is going on for St-Laurent, and that'll even this thing up at 4-on-4. Penalties coming up to Philip Nadeau, and that'll mean 4-on-4 for the next 50 seconds. So a face-off to the right of Nguyen. Intercepted by the Warriors and cleared to the point. And away comes St-Laurent. There's a backhanded feed. Intercepted and picked up by the Mohawks. Chipped back in where Wesley Morris will pick it up. 30 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Slammed up the wall and deflected out. 25 seconds left in the penalty to Ronan Daibo, and then it'll be a Kahnawake power play. Back come the Warriors. A wrist shot answered. And that puck will get out. Behind your Duckwood Deer. Can't get by. And the puck makes its way out. Daibo's penalty is over, and the Mohawks are officially on a Mohawk Super Bingo Jackpot Chasers power play. They had one power play goal in that win in Vaudreuil last week. Wesley Morris's pass hit something, or they had one power play goal in the win against the HRS Hawks, which cost them Suggo Rice. So Suggo Rice is out, as is Deho Rodu Daibo, each getting 6 games, and the HRS players that were involved both got 6 games as well. So 24 suspensions, 24 games worth of suspensions handed out, as that pass does not hit the target. Back to the point it comes. Two minutes, 32 seconds left in the Mohawks power play, and a slap shot doesn't hit the target. Noah Norton out aggressively, blocks the clearing attempt. And he's going to the bench. And that will do it for an abbreviated Kahnawake power play. Here comes Lazar. Lazar sends it out in front. Coming off the bench is Mator. Here's a wrist shot punched away by Nguyen. Down to the final 2 minutes of play here in the first. Tuax behind the goal. That pass ricochets out to Morris. Morris fakes the shot. Wesley Morris back behind the goal. The pass goes between the legs of Riley Tuax, and now it's settled in by Arthur Levine. Levine back behind his own horn and played up the center ice, or the middle of the ice. The intent was to get to center, but the feed was picked off, and now the Mohawks will regroup. Here comes Matthew Stacey, who scored a big goal last week. He shoots, and that's countered. Stacey forcing the issue. Out in front, puck's on edge, and they're not going to get a shot away. Carter Snow trying to find the handle, but the puck was bouncing everywhere. Stacey flicks one up to the other side, and it's settled in by Lazar. He drops it off for Tuax, and the pass misses its intended target. Lazar's pass, and the Mohawks are changing the fence. And there's an interception by George Jacobs, number 3. Gets it up to Lazar. And I think Tuax comes in just a little over anxious, offside. And we are down to the final minute of play here in period number 1. Well, we'll be here for the Mohawks' next game. That'll be the quarterfinals. The result tonight will dictate whether or not they play Tuesday or Wednesday. As the Warriors win the draw. Shot off the boards, got by Cross, and over to Daibo, who chips it back out to neutral ice. Deer forcing the issue. Deer gets into St-Laurent territory, trying to split the defense, and he just couldn't get through. Too many legs there, and sticks. And now he hustles back on the wing, behind his own goal. 30 seconds remaining. Behind it up with Deer. Trying to feed it up, the pass was intercepted, and Ronan Daibo introduces himself to Philip Nadeau. Clearing attempt, hit a leg. Chaz Norton comes out. He'll play it over to George Jacobs. And Jacobs back up the ice across, and we're down to the final 7 seconds. Norterdis Mentor, he shoots, that hits a body, and that is going to take us to the end of a scoreless first period. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. We're coming back with period 2 here at Ray Bork Arena. The loser of this game will play on Tuesday night here at 7 o'clock. The winner will be on... Oh, sorry. The winner of this game plays Wednesday night. The loser plays Thursday night. So there we go. Cross. Cut in. Centered it out in front, and that pass hits a pad of the netminder and then deflects back out. Here comes Lucas Sweetie. Sweetie behind the goal. Centered it through the blue paint. No one home. Penalty coming up. No penalty. It was just a signal for an icing. Here's a shot by Cross. One-timer off the side of the net by Deer, and that's blocked by the tender. Nguyen, good stop. Puck's on edge. A pad saved by Nguyen. Puck in the high slot, and that'll be picked off by the Warriors and chipped back out to center ice. Mohawks trapped. And that's a Howie Cross. Watches this one roll on net. Banged off the boards. Warriors nearly had too many. And don't forget, unlike the Plex, the benches are on the same side of the ice here. So that means that we are officially in the period of the long change. And that'll be a penalty on the Mohawks. And St-Laurent will go to work on their second man advantage. We'll see if the Warriors, there'll be a cross-check on Ronan Daibo, so it's power play number 2 here for St-Laurent. As the music of the Tragically Hip plays in the background. New Orleans is Sinking, which was banned from New Orleans radio for 4 years right after Hurricane Katrina. Useless information, starring Branded by the Water. Face off to the left of Chaz Norton. Warriors 0 for 1 on the man advantage. And the face-off is won by Matthew Stacey, or to Matthew Stacey, and he gets it over. Noah Norton forcing the issue. And he pings Reyes. Reyes went down. Rodertis Mator first forces the issue. Matthew Stacey gets rid of the puck. And that'll get by Reyes. Norton forces the turnover. Noah Norton over to Stacey. He holds the zone. Matthew Stacey has a look, takes a shot. Pad stop made by Nguyen. And this one hits a stick and goes. Well, they rule it didn't hit a stick. It was just airlifted out by the Zamboni entrance. In high school, that's what I said I would be. I said my probable destination would be a Zamboni driver. But I ended up behind this camera instead, which thankfully for you at home, I'm not in front. 7:51 to go here in the second period, a scoreless game. Riley Tuax and Bowen Deere up front for the Mohawks on this PK. And George Jacobs just lost his chin strap, so he's going to have to go to the bench. So Matthew Stacey, who was just out there on the PK, is coming back out. And away comes St-Laurent. Matteo Russo shoots, and he airlifts this one over the top of the net. Settled in by Gekosian. James Gekosian. As they fight for it in the corner. Back to the point it goes, held in by Reynolds. Reynolds shoots, and that's deflected off of Deere's stick and wide of the target. Back to the point it goes. No pressure, pad stop by Norton. It's behind him, and he hangs on as this puck changes directions en route. Yeah, it's a wrist shot initially by Eric Kasapian, and the puck deflects right around the high hash marks, the top of the circle, and Chaz Norton looked behind him, but he had it all the way. 49 seconds to go in the man advantage for St-Laurent. Matthew Stacey trying to force the issue. And he makes the brave decision to get it up in front of the goal, but it does work. But that's a Howie cross. A backhander blocker stop. Kick back up. His brother, running a Howie cross, plays on the U-15B Mohawks, who won today 1-0. Daly Lazar scoring there with 10 seconds left in regulation to send them to their 12th straight win. Pass out in front, off the side, and Chaz Norton got there going post to post to make the stop. 1 second left, and Daibo's penalty is over. He's out of the sin bin. Here's a wrist shot. Look out! Ronan Daibo coming in, trying to sneak behind Reynolds. Here's a pass out in front. A backhander knocked away. Oh, what a pad. Saved by Chaz Norton. Point blank range. Behind the goal. A wraparound try. Norton's got it. And he will hold his position on the post. And play is halted. Big PK for the Mohawks. 3 shots on goal for St-Laurent on that power play. But the most important numbers remain 0-0. 6:07 in number 2. Face-off coming up to the right of the Kahnawake goal. And now we got a whistle. And don't forget, the Mohawks are actually the visiting team, so they have to change first. St-Laurent gets the last change. Face-off won by the Warriors. Here's a wrist shot put into the pads of Lazar, and his pass up the center ice is deflected and shot back in. There's a backhand attempt. Chaz Norton gets a glove on it. Lazar found on the clear. Rodertis Mator leans in, picked up by the Warriors. Puck goes behind the net. Here's a wrist shot. Chaz Norton again, coming up big here. Couple of stops. And Norton not happy with Raphael O'Hagan. Meanwhile, over on the Mohawks bench, George Jacobs has taken his helmet off, and I think they're trying to fix his helmet back there. All right, good news to the Mohawks. No penalty there. I think the netminder has let the Warriors know that he's not really a big fan of getting touched after the whistle. Todd Jacobs. And here's Daytona Lazar getting one up the center. Icing coming up here. And now that the Mohawks are 5-on-5, I think it's time to just kind of settle in, play your game. They've taken 2 penalties on the night, which is, all due respect, is pretty good for them. Someone had to say it, I guess. Face-off coming up to the left of the Mohawks goal. I'll tell you what, the Warriors bench has been really upset at the officials in the last little bit. They felt that Todd Jacobs was being a little bit too firm, placing his body into one of the Warriors. They ruled it was just a man going up. You can bump, but you can't hit. The difference. Fine line, some people walk it, and here's the one-time attempt. Puck fluttered, though, and fluttered wide of the target. Matthew Stacey sends one around for Bowen Deere. Knocked off the puck. Deere picks it back up, gets it to the point. A wrist shot comes in, and that'll be gobbled up by Chaz Norton. Well, a team that we're all familiar with is in this tournament as well, the Vaujoy Gladiators. They lost 1-0 earlier today. They lost to the Lakeshore Leopards, and the Pierrefonds Royals convincingly winning 5-1 earlier today. The loser of this game gets Pierrefonds. The winner will get MTLO. Feed out in front by Deere, and that deflects off of a stick. Noah Norton. Puck will hit the boards and go out. Offensive zone face-off coming up here for Kahnawake. 4 minutes and 26 seconds remaining here in the second period of play. Carter Snow, Daytona Lazar, and Riley Tuax up front. Scramble draw comes back to the point. Stacey shoots, and that lands right on, and Nguyen finds the puck as it flutters its way on goal. As they play, can't touch this. Funny Chuck Norris joke, Chuck Norris can touch MC Hammer. Face off to the right of the St-Laurent goal. And now it looks like they fixed George Jacobs' helmet. He can come back out there. Arister hits a leg, and Daibo and Stacey are going to have to get back. And away comes St-Laurent, getting their way through. This is Lucas Sweetie, number 18. Puck comes up the center and shot in, but it's intercepted by Lazar. Lazar coming in. Lazar shoots. Pad save, or blocker save, and then it's punched back out and lifted to center ice. Feed up the center. Riley Tuax on the interception. Tuax cutting in, trying to get by the defensive Sweetie. For those of you watching from home, I said Sweetie, not Sweeney. As St-Laurent comes in, a wrist shot blocked. And now the Warriors pounce on the turnover. Behind the net. Pass up high. Levine shoots. More like a shot pass. He was hoping for a tip. Played up to Tuax. Tuax lifts one to Snow, and the puck bounces in front of him. Ronan Daibo enters the zone and shoots it around the horn. Lifted up the center. Here's George Jacobs, the aforementioned. And Levine takes it away. Arthur Levine had it knocked free back to the blue line. And here's Lazar trying to come back in on stride. Lazar, blind pass is picked off, and away come the Warriors with 2:37 left to go here in the period. A wrist shot, that hits Jacobs' stick and deflects into the corner. Back behind the goal, George Jacobs on the intercept. Jacobs leading the rush. He'll shoot it back into St-Laurent territory. Puck comes out in front! Score! Right, that's the Howie cross! And the Mohawks strike first. Well, the back of the net, the boards have to get an assist on this one too. George Jacobs shoots it in, but the puck's on edge, and then it just flutters out in front of the net. And Radetza Howie Cross says, I takes what they gives me, and the Mohawks strike first.
I do not.
They're playing Michael Jackson. I think that puck did a little moonwalk on its way in front of the net. So Radetza Howie Cross has given the Mohawks a 1-0 lead. Cross from Jacobs. And here comes Deer back alongside Cross. Deer out in front of the net. They gave the goal to Deer. And they gave the right assist. Well, I'm pretty sure this was finished by Cross, I'm sure. Yeah, they're going to probably be changing that back. A backhander. Norton, oh, they blew the whistle. All right, so after that scrum, St-Laurent gets a 5-minute major power play. And Radetza Howie Cross has been ejected from the game. So the Mohawks have to kill off a 5-minute major. And another penalty coming up here. That's a body check. And now it's 5-on-3. Oh boy. All right. So any goals on this 5-on-3 will count as goals off the major. So it'll still be 5-on-3. The Mohawks really have to dig deep here. Here, gets it out to center ice. Rotherdis Mentor comes in. He shoots off the St-Laurent leg. Behind your Aqua Deer. Digging. Lost his balance. Oh, that's incidental contact on Rotherdis Mentor, and that's going to be called a penalty. That's incidental contact. Away comes St-Laurent. Backhander Chaz Norton to save a rebound. Chaz Norton got the rebound as well. Oh, and they're going to send the St-Laurent player as well. Nicholas Walker. So this means that it'll be 5-on-3 with 51.1 left. .8 left to go. Comes back to the point. Slap shot, deflects and goes wide. And it's sent out of the zone. .30 seconds left here in the second. What an action-packed second period here. Levine, and now they enter. Back to the point, Levine shoots, and that's knocked down by Ronan Daibo. Shot, Chaz Norton got his chest on that. Backhander, that's it. And now some more rough stuff after the whistle. The Mohawks will take a 1-0 lead with them into the second intermission. And that means it's Zamboni time here, I think. Yep, Zamboni time. We're taking a break, and maybe the action will cool down a bit as well. The Kahnawake U-18 beat Mohawks lead at 1-0. Okay, so we're back here at Ray Bork Arena, third period of play. There's 30 seconds left in a 5-on-3 power play for St-Laurent. The Mohawks are Wesley Morris up for Kahnawake Deer. Deer, first try doesn't go, second try, yes. 17 seconds left. I believe Todd Jacobs will be coming out of the box in 8 seconds. Kasapian shoots and does not hit the target. Back out the other side, Philippe Nadeau. Nadeau shoots, Chaz Norton to save, and he's got the rebound. And Todd Jacobs is back on the ice, so it's 5-on-4 for 2 minutes and 37 seconds. It's a 12-minute period stop time, so 11:19 left to go here in the third. Noah Norton is serving the penalty to cross. Slap shot does not hit the target. Here's a shot deflected. Slapped out of the zone. Rona Daiba poked it up to the top of the blue line. And that's whacked out of there by George Jones. He just got a fingernail on it and was able to poke it out. 2.5 to go, and that is out of there. Didn't go all the way down, so the Mohawks couldn't get a change. They want one of the defenders off the ice. Kept alive by St-Laurent. Back behind the goal, but there's no pressure right now from the Warriors. They're on a power play. George Jacobs couldn't clear it. And there it's finally chopped out. George Jacobs goes to the bench. Kahnawake actually had 3 defenders on at that particular moment. And Deer had a stick in his face. And that is a penalty to St-Laurent. Oh, we got matching minors. Deer gets 2 minutes for pushing the stick that was in his face away. And I guess that would be an interference call. I think the referees are trying to settle things down. In this situation, normally I would just say let both of them play. Well, 2 minutes are up on the board for St-Laurent. So is it 4-on-4? Okay, no, there's the extra 2. So do they cancel each other out? I'm assuming yes. Okay, yeah. 5-on-4. So St-Laurent will remain on the power. Oh no, the 2 minutes. The wrong penalty got taken off the board. Wrong penalty's off the board. It's like 145, something like that. All right, while you at home sing the Jeopardy theme, we're coming back. At 1:38. Never mind, we're not coming back. We're here. Don't forget, if the Mohawks win, they'll be playing Thursday. And we'll have that game for you. That'll be a 7:30 start. The loser plays Wednesday, and that's 7 p.m. Outside the blue line. 1:55 on the power play for the Warriors. Shot into Kahnawake territory. Shot blocked by Ronan Divo. He takes it away the second time, and it's played back behind the net. Down in front, that hits a stick, and Mator, or that's Lazar, sorry, Daytona Lazar, making his way over the blue line. He shoots, and that hits a leg, and will go out of play. And Rodertis Mator released, as is James Gakosian. So it remains 5-on-4. Deer and Eric Kasapian will be released at the after a whistle at 8:38. First whistle at 8:38, we're gone. And there's the takeaway by Riley Truax. 2-on-1, Truax shoots, and that hits a stick. Mohawks still killing a penalty here, Truax and Lazar. There's a pass up the center ice. And Matthew Stacey gets rid of it. Poked up. Riley Truax dropped it back. Lazar shoots, and that hits a body and goes into the opposite corner. 40 seconds to go in the penalty to the Mohawks. Matthew Stacey's gonna let this one go. Stacey off the boards, kept alive by St-Laurent. And now that hits the stick of Lazar, centering feed, and that one shot wide of the target. Comes back to the point. Russo to the opposite point. Levine lets it go. Norton got a piece of it with the shoulder, and the Mohawks can't get it. Yeah, they got it out. Just barely. There's 11 seconds left. And at the 8:38 mark, first whistle at after 8:38 remaining, Deer and Kasapian will be released. Face-off won by the Warriors. George Jacobs leaves it to Norton. He got rid of it, but to the wrong guy. Shot comes in. Chaz Norton steers it aside. George Jacobs off the wall, hit the stanchion, and we are back to full strength. Noah Norton leaves it for Jacobs. Back up to Norton, and the puck comes up the center ice. Banged off the boards, and the Warriors bring it in. Shot from a sharp in tight, and Chaz Norton did a good job of cutting off the angle. They go to battle in tight quarters. Bowen Deer there as well. And there's a pass off the back of the net. And here come the Mohawks. Carter Snow has a step. Snow puts on the brakes. Carter tried to feed it out in front. And Jacobs can't catch up. It's a 2-on-1, 3-on-1 Spartan Warriors. Ronan Divo breaks it up. Divo with the takeaway. And he tried to clear it. Knocked down. Turnaround shot. Misses the target. And Carter Snow is on it. And he'll lift it out of the zone. Norton chasing after the puck. Noah Norton spinning, shooting, and that one hits a leg. 3 fresh bodies out there for the Mohawks. Or one of them anyway, one of the forwards. Snow goes to the bench. Wesley Morris. That hit something and deflected up in the air. Works like an alley-oop. Here's a feed, and that one deflects off a stick and splits the uprights. Back comes St-Laurent. 7 minutes to play. Matthew Stacey blocks it. Daytona Lazar states back. Backhander stopped. Why did someone for St-Laurent come back onto the ice? Was he in the penalty box? That's a penalty on the Warriors. Dehainer Duckwood Deer correctly weighted, and that's a penalty on St-Laurent for 6 men on the ice. Yeah. And now the Mohawks will go to work on a power play. Somebody came on from the penalty box. You're not supposed to do that, and as a result, the Mohawks will go to work on a crucial power play here with 6:46 remaining in the third. Face off to the left of the Warriors' net. I hope you're not catching that in the background. Matthew Stacey keeps it alive. Stacey. Montour, and now Stacey's going to have to retreat as the Warriors chip it out. Good work by Matteo Russo. That feed is picked off. You can't get too tentative here if you're the Mohawks. I know you're up 1-0, but what kind of a difference does that make? It's only one goal, and now we have an icing. And Wesley Morris is going to go. See Lee Snow this demonstrative. He is upset. Emotions boiling over at a hockey game. It never happens. 4-on-4 for 1:35. The Mohawks clear it, but it's 4-on-4. So icing against Kahnawake. Kasapian will come out in 1:31. That's not his penalty. That's a too many men on the ice call. Back to the point it goes. Wrist shot blocked by Lazar. Shot off of the stick of Riley Tuax. Sent around the horn, intercepted by St-Laurent. A feed knocked down. Played up to the point, and it's knocked away. Daytona Lazar has some daylight ahead. Lazar shoots, and he sent it wide. Ronan Naido has a little bit of room. Ronan tripped up. Yep. Penalty on St-Laurent. Coming from? Oh, okay. I thought that was one of the players, and I'm like, is there imaginary stick around? Wesley Morris wasn't doing anything in this inning. 4-on-3 power play Mohawks. Noah Norton won it to himself. Puck got loose, and there's going to be a trip. Yeah, that's a penalty. Can't really, no doubt about this one either. And it's with 5:26 to go in the third, we're going to be playing 3-on-3. Oh, my Lord. That's a trip. Yeah. You like the aggression. Unfortunately, it results in a trip. There's a lot of room out there, though. George Jacobs stepping in, the defenseman. He's going to take the draw here. Back to the point it goes. Back behind the net. Wrister, or a fake wrister. There's a shot, knocked down. Norton steered it away. George Jacobs has a look and gets it over to Stacey. Deere trying to join the play. Matthew Stacey, he shoots, save! Oh! Matthew Stacey, who scored a huge goal last week in that win over HRS. 4:58 to go here in the third. And George Jacobs once again stepping in to take the draw, 3-on-3. 12 seconds left in the 3-on-3, and it'll get out. Matthew Stacy up the Dehainer up with Deer. Deer taking off. Deer exploding. Deer.
Technically be a short-handed tally.
Wait a minute. It should be 4-on-3.
Wait, nobody's in the box for St-Laurent.
Yeah, someone stepped out, but it was a short-handed goal for the Mohawks. They high-entered Aqua Deer with a huge goal to make this baby 2-0. Yeah, one of the Warriors got to go back to the box because that was a short-handed goal, not a power play. I think the penalty had also just expired. They just need to figure out how much time was left. I think there was about 8 seconds maybe left in the St-Laurent penalty. No, actually I think there was about 40 something, 50 something. Oh my gosh, I love the peanut gallery here. Wait, how is this going to be 5-on-3 for St-Laurent? That's weird. Centering feed. And Dehainer Aqua Deer has it again. Deer taking off. Deer trying to get in. Deer behind the net. Penalty to St-Laurent is over. And Deer couldn't get it. And the penalty to Morris is over. 5-on-4. Rashad Norton the save. There you see Matthew Stacy, the referee, certified official, telling these certified officials what he thinks. And that's exactly what he gets. Oh my gosh. I love U-18 hockey. I love U-18 hockey. This is amazing.
I love any sport where you can yell at them.
You can yell in any sport. I just don't. I coach basketball. I think I yelled once. 2-0 Mohawks. It's 4-on-4 now. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left. And away comes Arthur Levine. Cutting in. Oh, that's going to be a penalty, I think, on Snow. No! Incidental contact. He did come back in the play. He just happened to run into Levine. Unfortunate. Lazar. Good hustle. You can't fault the hustle by Snow. Ronan Daibo. Puck squirts out in front of the net. Intercepted by the Warriors and cleared out of the zone. That should be icing. That's exactly what it is. It's 4-on-4 for the next 14 seconds, and then Noah Norton comes out on the ice. To think that these two teams have to shake hands in 3 minutes and 40 seconds. I don't think they're going to shake hands, however. But it is a tournament, so you figured you might. LHCO does it right. They do it before the games. 8 seconds left. Todd Jacobs sends one back to center ice. Dehainer Aqua Deer with the takeaway. And Noah Norton is on. Power play begins now for the Mohawks. Bowen Deer lets it go, or let it go for Norton, and the shot sailed over the top of the goal. Two players collide. Bowen Deer out in front. Deer for Deer. Deer to Deer. Dehainer Aqua Deer takes it away. Centers it out in front. What a feed! Save! Rebound! Bowen Deer taking forward. He couldn't get the shot away. Another opportunity. St-Laurent picks it up. And the puck gets out. And away come the Warriors. Shot does not hit the target. I'll be interested to see if the goalie gets pulled here. Noah Norton. It's a penalty coming up for Noah Norton. A little too aggressive. They went to battle. And that'll end the Kahnawake power play. And that sets up something really interesting because there's 16 seconds left in a 4-on-4. And with St-Laurent down by 2, you have to ask yourself when would they take a time, when would they pull the goalie? Timeout, St-Laurent. We're coming back from Ray Bork Arena. Mohawks 2, Warriors 0, 2:32 to play, period 3. And in the background, you hear U2 Sunday, Bloody Sunday. It's been something similar to that. St-Laurent is pulling the goalie, and they're going to have a 5th attacker on. So it's 5-on-4, and in 16 seconds, it will become 6-on-4 as the Warriors look to get back into this game, trailing 2-0. Mohawks can't clear it yet. 7 seconds to go in the St-Laurent power play. Rister, Chaz Norton finds it. And Matthew Stacey lifts it out. Good there is Latour! My head hurts. And Wesley Morris is going for waving bye to the crowd. What if these two teams play each other in the final? That's the only way they'll get a rematch. Wesley Morris waving goodbye to the crowd, and he got 2 minutes around Sportsmanlike. Actually, they didn't even put the penalty up on the board. I think they just gave him 10. Oh, no, they gave him 2. Yeah, that's Sportsmanlike conduct. Wait, 5-on-4. It should be 5-on-3. And away comes St-Laurent. And they're going to pull the goalie again, so it'll be a 6-on-3. Oh, wow! Did you see that massive humanity wipe out in front of Chaz Norton? Wow. 1:50 to go. Out in front, they score, and that's 1. And Noah Norton comes out. 1:50 to play. The Warriors are on the board. It's 3-1. Nicholas Walker on the finish. All right, well, that's 1. It's now 5-on-4, and Nguyen is back in the net. Here comes Yi. He coming in. He. Out in front, that hits the body, and the puck is cleared out. 6-on-4 for St-Laurent. They pull the goalie again. Shot in. George Jacobs. .125 to go. Back to the point it goes. Right on. Rebound. Chaz had it, and he's got it now. 1:16 to play. A minute 16 to play here. Mohawks 3, Warriors 1. Kahnawake allowed to ice it. That won't hit the net, but it doesn't matter because tick, 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 tick. Here we go. Rotertus Mator has made it 3-0, and Walker just scored to make it 3-1. Final minute of play. A shot hits a leg. Mohawks can ice it. aren't able to pick it up here as the puck was on edge. A shot blocked. Lazar. Norton the save. A rebound. Norton the save. He's got it. .7 to go. Face off to the right of Chaz Norton. 3-1 Mohawks. And that shot wide of the net, but still tick, 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 tick. And Deere with the takeaway. Deere taking some time. Oh. And now the Warriors shooting up the ice. Matthew Stacy has an inside track on that. And he'll just go behind his own net. Send it around the horn. Noah Norton took a tumble. 17 seconds to play. Score! Oh, no! 3-2. 16 seconds to play. And that is Justin Reynolds firing one. Chaz Norton screened on the play, and there's 16 seconds left. Interesting to see if they use their timeout here. They won't. 16 seconds left. And the Mohawks aren't going to let them rest. That's it. This is a smart call. They're not going to call a timeout because it would benefit St-Laurent. Warriors have pulled their goalie. Shot off the boards. That's icing. And they didn't start the clock apparently because only 1.8 seconds came off of it. 14.2 to play here. Here we go. Here's off one by the Warriors. A shot. Norton the save, a rebound. Picked up by the Mohawks. Carter Stoll gets it out. Down to 4 seconds remaining. That hits a body. Down to 1 second left. And the Mohawks win. A crazy game. Wow. What a thriller. Chaz Norton, a final goal line stand. And the Mohawks survive a wild game here in St-Laurent. Rotertus Mator ends up getting what will stand up as the game winner. He made it 3-0. And then the Warriors scoring 2. And that is going to be the way this game ends. A really good hockey game. Will we see these same two teams again in the final? Who knows? Time to give away the game MVPs for both teams. And they're going to start with St-Laurent. Goaltender Zachary Nguyen gets the game MVP. And the player of the game for the Mohawks, Chaz Norton, game MVP. And that is your ball game. No, I don't blame them. I don't think either one of these teams should shake hands after that. The Mohawks win it by a final count of 3-2 here at Ray Bork Arena. We'll see you Thursday night here for the quarterfinal of said tourney. I'm Brandon Bordeaux for Baby Blue Memories. We are out of here on the giveaway.